Hey guys, Chad here. So, I just want to touch base on a couple things. So, mainly to do with putting long tube headers on here. I'm running 2-inch primary long tube headers, and I'm actually building the motor completely up right now. Uh, so I'm doing a GPI track attack cam. I'm running the GM Performance Racing lifters that are good to 8,000 RPMs, 3/8 push rods, a couple other things. Well, with the GPI track attack cam, you have to fly cut your pistons. So I've been in the process of doing that. I bought the GPI tool to do it. So as you can see, I've been fly cutting some of the pistons. I can make a video on that if anybody wants to know how to do that. But I did a mock-up real quick, and I bolted up my exhaust header to the head just to see where it sits. Well, it comes pretty close to this wiring harness here, and really close to your brake line that goes down to your passenger front wheel. So I'm worried about heat. I don't want my wires to melt. I've heard lots of problems with people melting the wiring harness. Also, extreme heat like that to your brake line can boil your brake fluid, give you brake fade, etc. So I actually wrapped that. So I have this here, which you would put wires through it or whatnot. But I got this here. We use this at work to run CNG fuel lines through if they're going to be near heat. So I actually cut it, then slit it, did the whole wiring harness here, and then I did that brake line down through there to protect it. So I just want to touch base on that. If you're doing long tube headers, you might want to do that. Tell you the truth, be better to be safe than sorry. So I would wrap them. Also down there, it's really close to the starter. Now my heat shield's on there. I did not have to remove my heat shield for these long tube headers. They are Speed Engineering 2-inch primaries. They fit great, no issues. I test fitted them on both sides. They clear the steering shaft over here, where I've seen people say about problems with the bolt. I'm far from it with these. So everything fits nice. It's just like I said, you're close to that. I'd tape it off. Now, down at the starter on the heat shield, I use some of this. So this is, it's hard to see, it don't want to focus in. But it's kind of like insulation, and it's a heat shield with a sticky back. So I cut it the perfect size of the heat shield on the starter, and then I put it between the heat shield and the header. That will help there too to keep your starter from heat soaking. So I figured I'd let you guys know some of the things I would do if I'm putting long tube headers on a 6th gen Camaro. This is a 2018. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'm actually building this motor. I am making videos as I build it. So follow along. I'm trying to chase 600 wheel horsepower or more NA. We will see. All right, guys.